Hello, once again, everybody, to I Ruined It, the art series where I take some of your favorite childhood things and I ruin them. In today's episode, we're going to be doing Zoop House, something I think not many people remembered, but uh, yeah, let's see how it goes. All right, so yeah, Zoop House, guys. God, I got reminded about these things existing the other day, and kind of glad that I did. Not because the video itself turned out any kind of good, just I thought it was kind of fun. I actually had the suggestion made that I could possibly make this into its own series. I don't know. If you guys would like to see more things turned into Zoo Pals plates, I'd be down. Depends on if you guys let me know whether you want to see it or not. That being said, honestly, there were just so many different ones that I could have chose to do as the base, like, drawing for this one. I ended up just kind of going for the pig, just because I like little pig dude. Got that face, you know, that, yeah, slop your food on me type of face. But yeah, as I normally do with a lot of these first drawings, I just kind of try and slap them together. I'm not going through and doing the greatest work. I know I probably could have, honestly, I could have done so much better if I would have just decided I wanted to record and draw longer. But that being said, for something like a fun children's paper plate, it didn't feel super necessary. Regardless, per usual, we started by laying down these cyan guidelines and then going through and making any changes as we're placing our initial line art. Go through and add the big old circle for the nose. Here's me deciding if I needed to look at the reference or not. Deciding, yeah, probably should. Got the big old chunky cheek, leading into that swine-styled grin. And then while I was looking at it, I realized that it has those definitive whites, but doesn't have the traditional cartoon outline, like that bolded outline around it. So I just went through, gave the pupil, or just going to copy it over so that I don't mess up on any scaling or anything like that. I mean, it is pretty well straightforward that this is minimal effort from a large corporation to make something easily recognizable for younger individuals. That being said, we got the people copied over. So now we go through and color it in. I started off with the whites of the eyes, the sclera. I don't know. I feel like I'm forgetting that term right now, but yeah, we'll go with it. The sclera of the eye. So that we have that base and we can kind of just paint our pinks underneath it. So another thing that I'm doing as I'm drawing these is I'm looking for different constants that I'm seeing across. So, like, obviously, again, children's thing. And I can't stress enough when I mention things that they're going to be a little bit more basic in their color scheming and their design. So we're just kind of going through and doing a dual tone on these pinks. It was a slightly different shade, almost not even noticeable in the final product if I recall, but you guys will see that here in just a moment. Yeah, because one's like a bubblegum pink and the other one's like a slightly muted variation of the same color, but overall it's more or less the same color. And I was specifically trying to rip these colors from the same general area of the reference portrait so that I knew that I wasn't getting to be too far off on their color reference. But that being said, we're just gonna continue going through, quickly get everything colored in. The most interesting part that I find about this is this initial drawing. I think I spent about 10 minutes on it, just trying to crank it out with the little doodle. You know, didn't have to be anything perfect, just enough where it was recognizable. But speaking of recognizable, that's going to be it for our base drawing of the Pig Friend Zoo Pal. Now we're gonna ruin it. So taking the skills that we learned from our initial drawing, we're going to go through and we're going to get our sectional areas kind of made up first. So I'm starting with these top portion bins before going through and I'm trying to reposition everything and get like a good circle so that I can fill it with a stroke line. And then this is going to be us cutting the path for our rim for the plate, which is also going to end up acting as our guideline for how that outer rim is going to go. I decided I didn't quite like how far away they were, so we're going to go through, get them repositioned and everything like that. Give our little rotations that we need before then going in and drawing our rim around the portion sections of the Zoo Pal plate. So when I was doing my initial research on which thing for this week, honestly, I had the memory come in of the Zoo Pal plates, and I thought, wow, I think I can make a beholder. So if the eyes weren't giving it away right now, that's generally what's going on. We're taking that Zoo Pal friend-shaped thing, and we're going to be turning it into a beholder version of the same thing. Now, I did two iterations of this mouth. I decided on the secondary one because, again, meant for children, so it didn't. You're not going to have the most overly complex shapes or designs. Just like in keeping in theme, the eye on the base of the plate doesn't have that Western animation outline around it. We're like right here, I'm just cleaning it up because it's not supposed to look too out of position, but I also wanted it to be a little bit more representative of what a plate normally would be like when it's printed. Things are gonna bleed over, especially when you're mass producing. Now we're just going through and adding our background. Little promote, kind of like it's a piece of the promotional artwork from back when it would have been first launched. And a lot of those things in the 90s really liked lightning bolts. 90s, early 2000s. They had lightning bolts, they had smoke, they had bright flashy colors that kind of were trying to draw in the eyes like, kids, this is the most super cool thing ever, and you can fight monsters by eating your peas and stuff like that. But going forward, I guess some more art talk here. We're gonna do my favorite piece, the masking. So just to add a little bit of depth, we're gonna be going around like the rims of the areas where we have the recesses and where we're gonna have like the lips coming over, and we are going to just add some of that drop shadowing. Also, don't mind the super fantastic spread right there. I was having trouble getting it zoomed in. But yeah, folks, with that, that's going to be the end of this week's episode. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment down below on something you'd like to see in a future video. If you liked what you saw today, don't forget to hit like button and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. I post one of these every single week, Wednesday afternoon. Otherwise, thanks for watching.